Hey guys, it's Minecraft here today, and today we're going to be taking a look at this thing. Now this thing is basically an aircraft carrier in Minecraft, which I think is pretty interesting. I don't think it's been done before so far. So as you can see, here it is. It's a slimestone thingamajig, so it can actually move. And so can the aircraft on it, of course. It's not weaponized, although that is possible to do with a few tweaks. Maybe you could replace the actual aircraft with missiles, and so... yeah, so as you can see, it also has a seat. So right now I'm driving it, right? You can't really turn in it. It's a slimestone vehicle. So if I want to just, I can't start and stop. I just have to put a block of redstone right here. Now it is worth mentioning that in massive redstone machines, this thing could be used as just a small part of it to just carry missiles instead of the aircraft. Anyway, so you see the aircraft right there. They're quite small, but they're still good anyways. They have a powerhouse engine, which I've already invented. So in order to launch it, all we gotta do is put a slime block there, and open up the fence here, close it. And so this is the view from inside it. It does keep slamming you against this sort of. It may glitch out in multiplayer, but that's probably unlikely to happen. Anyways, so let's get into building this. And so we're going to take piston, slime block, redstone block. But we're not going to put the redstone block there yet because it may actually result with our machine just trailing off and leaving us forever. Well, not necessarily, because then you can quickly stop it. But if you're going to be building this in survival mode, that's not too great if it does go away. But in creative, it's a quick fix. Anyway, so... just follow whatever I'm doing, right? Do as I do. Okay. So, anyways, this build only has one sticky piston in it, not including the two aircraft, which have one sticky piston each. Because honestly, that's all you really need in terms of a redstone, like slime block machine. Because that's the thing with That's kind of the thing with sticky pistons, just pistons, because then you can just do an entire thing. Sometimes you don't even need a sticky piston. Won't really help out with resources very much, because then you have to use more slime blocks. So, now I'm just going to make the cockpit. And it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick, and I think it has a good design, because it does have, like a minecart, or like cube hamsters things, but he used to do boats instead of minecarts. Though minecarts are harder to set up. They're nowadays after one of the updates, the boats have limited your vision, so minecarts don't do that as much. They still do a little bit, but not much. Whereas you couldn't really turn your head fully in boats. So right now, minecarts are generally a preferred option. So now, it's going to break that rope, boom. Okay. And so now let's work on the little wings, sort of. Alright, and so these are just going to hold the aircraft. So let's get going on those. Alright, so I'm going to take some terracotta also. I like to do light blue stained because it sort of makes a little arrow, though it is a little bit asymmetrical. Anyway, so we're gonna make sort of like almost an arch sort of shape here. This part isn't as necessary. You could work around that little connecting part that we just did, the little arch thing that I described it as. If you want the terracotta blocks to look like this, right? Then if you want to have the terracotta blocks look really good, right, then just do what I show you, right? One on the right and then one on the left. Just do exactly as I do, because then the angle of how you place it affects how it looks, or how it's rotated. So now I'm going to put a sticky piston here, a piston there, right? And so that's going to actually, well, first of all, we're going to do this, and we're actually going to make a little mini elevator, which is pretty interesting, because then you can have actual elevators in slimestone machines, although yeah, you do have to be careful because they don't actually take up much space. But oftentimes the better alternative is to just go through the mech. Like you see, sometimes you'll walk on top of a missile, and that's also just overall a better alternative. Whereas this is better for just small little things, right? Actually, this one also, if the observer block breaks or the redstone block breaks, this thing will still be fine. So it adds a little bit of backup because it is fairly low. So if another player does damage the if another player does get rid of the redstone block in order to try to stop the aircraft carrier, it'll keep going because of the observer block. But you could go with either one. All we just gotta do for the elevator is put in trap doors, which is very useful because then all you just gotta do is go on top of it and just hop up and do a little bit of timing, which isn't actually too hard to do. Anyways, so now we're just going to go out a little bit and then go back one, which will then allow us to this will then allow us to go like that, sort of, right? Alright, so now we just have to put in some pistons and sticky pistons correctly, right? And just go like that. And down. And so I'm gonna start off with the powerhouse engine, like with the powerhouse missile that I've already showcased on my channel. It's overall my favorite missile because it does pack a pretty decent punch, a little bit less than Cube Hamster's Tomahawk missile design, right? But is faster than, it's sort of like, well, if you want a gold standard for missiles, then you go for the Tomahawk by Cube Hamster. So this is a little less of a payload, but faster, and right, not as fast as Cube Hamster's fastest missile is the Lightning, but it is actually. But the thing with it is that this one is a little bit more compact, or just overall smaller, so it's easier to fit inside a mech. Okay, so I've made a little bit of an edit. This robot only has 2 little sections, but this one also has a few blocks starting out in different places, so it does make it a little less sort of like slick looking compared to other missiles. Like, again, the powerhouse missile that I've already made and showcased on the channel, because I think that's honestly my best missile to be exact. Alright, so now I'm just gonna sort of put this together, right? This other one. There sometimes are glitches in that the fact that you are making a fairly large limestone contraption, and this just happens with limestone because it's kind of hard for Minecraft to sort of compute whatever's happening. But it's pretty good. But this thing is pretty good. It doesn't cause an insane amount of lag. I don't know, maybe it's just my computer actually. Anyway, so we're sort of going to create sort of like an L shape, or at least with our slime blocks and stuff, right? And this is sort of like a little screen almost. So I guess now that we're pretty much finished, yeah, we can test it. So let's do that. Actually, so first of all, we're gonna put a redstone block there. We're just gonna quickly get it going. Because honestly, so a lot of times, just getting it going a little bit, it's sort of like rebooting the system. Just get it working, just to align stuff, right? Just to align parts of the slimestone thingamajig, right? Sometimes that helps a lot when building redstone stuff. So we're testing it out, and it works. Okay. So then it stops correctly. It is kind of wonky a little bit there, but it's fine. Anyway, so now let's quickly just test that this part works. It'll go away. Okay, good. And we can just try to sit in the little cockpit there, and it'll work. Those are a little screen to block errors, but you can be shut off from the edge. It's not right behind us though. So anyway guys, please leave a like, please subscribe, please share my other videos, and leave a comment down below. These would help me a lot. I'm going to make that very soon. But until then, SL Minecraft out. By the way, this video is sponsored by North Castle Integration LLC, taking companies and putting them together, integrating them.